This Spoonie and Caregiver Live podcast with me, your host, Jordan Banderas. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of the podcast. And let's go ahead and get into today's episode, shall we? When we see someone struggle, we tend to ask them if they are okay, right? And if they say yes, they are okay, sometimes we wonder if they are pretending to be okay. At least that's what I do since my wife became ill because I have to be more observant about her symptoms. So I've been more observant with other people as well. But when we're feeling down or ready to break down, do you ask yourself if you're personally okay? And if the answer is yes, do we ask ourselves, are we pretending to be okay? I have asked myself this so many times throughout my entire life. But when I became Katie's caregiver, I had to find the answer. When her health started to decline, the answer was yes. I am pretending to be okay, which is scary because I grew up believing that not being okay is a sign of weakness. And since I gave myself an honest answer, I had to figure out what I needed to do since this affected how I handle every situation in my life. And I didn't want this to affect the way I was taking care of my wife. So I found the right coping skills that would work for me so I could handle stressful situations. And I have talked about coping skills in another episode. But after seeing these tools like self-care, accepting my mistakes, mindfulness, and other things work for other people, I decided to try them. And to be honest, they have worked for me and they can work for you too. Now, these tools have helped me to stop pretending to be okay when my wife is at her worst or at her lowest point because she has bad days as well. We all have bad days. Just this past weekend, Katie broke down since we moved and she has pushed herself too hard and the move was stressful for her. She started to cry because she was tired and in severe pain and she said that she was ready to give up. I thought that she was handling the stress very well, but she hid it so that I wouldn't notice pretty much. I didn't get mad at her because I have done the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, I have done the same thing and probably we all do. We think pretending to be okay is helping us, but it's not because we get frustrated and angry, sad, disappointed, and all the emotions when we can't keep up with the lie. That happens to me a lot. That's why I wanted to talk about this. But when I stopped doing this, and became more vulnerable with Katie, she was able to see that it's okay to not pretend to be okay anymore. And we have been able to understand each other better since now we let everything out that we let everything out knowing that we won't judge each other, which is extremely important. Knowing that it's a whole different ballgame when you're able to do that. So it's okay to have bad days because that's when we can either get the rest we need or figure out what is bugging us or hurting us. But just like I did, you may have to find the right coping skills for you so you can use them when you have to answer this question again. So as long as you keep looking for the answer, don't worry how long it's gonna take because it took me a long time. Just so you guys are aware, it took me like 4 years. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk on today's episode. Again, thank you for your support, your feedback, and everything that you guys are doing to share the message. I really appreciate all the feedback, all your support. Thank you for the new supporters. Thank you for the new listeners. We are growing, so that means that more people are liking this, and it's all thanks to you. And if you want to share the podcast, don't forget to share it, subscribe, like it, and comment. That way we can get more viewers so we can reach more people. And also you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you want to share your story, don't forget to send it to me at the Spoonie and Caregiver Life at gmail.com. If you want to do it anonymously, or you can just post it on our community on Facebook. And I'll leave you like always. Always take care of yourself and have a great day.